Hello everyone. Welcome to what is Season 13 here of SOR Round 6 at the French Grand Prix. The 5.8 kilometer circuit, majority of it being flat out with 15 corners and 2 DRS zones to give a quite interesting races here actually. So in Season 12, down into Turn 1, we have Phoenix and Dropey getting at it, and Phoenix being spun around. Interaction zone, same season, Maple and Baldy getting at it just before the chicane as Baldy dives down the inside and doesn't get the move done. So moving on to the actual race, we're out here, and after a week break I have because of just an event in real life, I am back and hoping to get racing as Jack desperately wants some slipstream on his outlap. But man to talk about right now is Dropey, who's leading the championship by 5 points, with Luke behind him, who I believe isn't racing today, so you can try and run away from him. But I believe Luke is also tied points with someone else, which I've forgotten who exactly that is. But then underneath there's DS, then there's Maple, I think. So perhaps not in that order, but all I know is that Dropey is on the top as of now. So we'll ride on board with him and try and hear him. Right, so on board with a lap. DRS zone is, or DRS is activated here just in between the two curbs. You want to go down into 4th and then switch up to 5th. He's opted to stick in 5th and to get the best traction possible down into the first set of tight twisty bends, 100-meter board. 4th gear, he opts for 5th, and then down to 3rd, down to 2nd normally to get the extra rotation. He opts to stick in 3rd, doesn't go purple in 1st sector, so someone in front is going a bit quicker. Stays nice as tight as he can for the 2nd and last DRS zone of this track. Strategy around here will probably be an easy softs hards, or if people want to get mediums hards here, as soon as the curb starts, 4th gear, mount the curb down into 3rd to get the extra rotation. He keeps it in 4th once again. Straight line that, and then down to the 2nd sector split, 48.9 here, relatively flat in 8th gear, not too difficult. Here it's really wherever you feel is best. You can brake early, you can brake late, but go as wide as possible, then cut back in, and then short shift to get the best traction possible. It looks like he does that quite perfectly. Goes very wide here, but then cuts back to the inside. It's gonna get him a good run, not if he does that though. And then down into the final set of corners, 100-meter board there, or as the turn sign on the left. That's your turning in point. Here down to 2nd gear, keep it nice and tight. Someone's lost it on traction there at the final corner. Then the final DRS straight. He comes across the line to set a provisional pole, 28.1. So good stuff from him, which is immediately beaten by DS with a 27.8. So good stuff from the Racing Points driver. So move back down, try and see if we can spot someone who is on a lap, who hasn't validated the hash driver. Duplav is setting his lap as well, as Phoenix actually sets a better lap with a 27.8. So good stuff from the McLaren guy. We'll go back down and try and see if we can spot anyone on the lap. Is Broke on the lap? I think he's accidentally left it in hot lap mode. Yeah, is 2 seconds down. Fuck, starting a lap now. Might as well ride on board with him. See what we can get out of here as Panicoy joins the session. Oh, and absolutely blows up that corner. That's going to be his lap time invalidated. So moving on, I guess. One of the other medium runner on track, Marcin, is out now. He sits at 50.3. Don't know if that's good or bad on the mediums. Just know that it's slower than the 48.9 that we saw Dropey set. Cuts a lot of that corner. Surprised he got away with it. But very tight through here. Good stuff. Doesn't lose it on traction. Now with one more corner to 2 more corners actually to negotiate. Let's see where he goes on the timing sheets. Looks like it's going to be a 28 perhaps. 29 actually looks a late 29. Comes across the line. Oh, forgot the line was a bit later. It's a 30.4. Which doesn't put him last, but he puts him B10, which if it seems like this will be a great place to start on the mediums. Anyone else on the lap? No, everyone's in the pits. The Legend goes P7 on the mediums, is 29.5. That's a good lap. Unfortunately, though, F1 only allows you to use one set of mediums for qualifying, meaning that those are the mediums that he will start the race in, unless he manages to cool them down. And then he can very much go again, as Mark Nicky now going out for another lap on the soft compound tires. And imagine, since it's a relatively lengthy track, 1.30 seconds, 2-minute out laps, 2-minute in laps, and obviously you're in laps, so if you go out immediately, by the time you come back in, it'll probably be like 10-11 minutes left, and you instantly go back out. Tracks with long track distances are nice because you don't have to wait too much of the pit, so it doesn't ruin your flow. So if you're in a good flow, then you could just go back and change. But what would be nice, hopefully for F1 2021 in July 16th to be exact, we could see qualifying pit stops, because I think it's unnecessary having to go back in, change the tires, and then leave. That costs you like easy a minute. Then if you can do a pit stop, then you can go out when there's like 2 minutes left. So that's what they do in real life. Actually, now in real life they do come back in, but they would have the option to make a pit stop if they have to, especially with refueling. So if you're going for long runs like in the wet, sure will be nice. But Mark Nini now abandoning his lap, and it goes into the pits. Encore, is he on lap? Yeah, he just started his lap and he's finished his lap, so sorry Encore for making you unlucky there, but moving up, trying to see if we can find someone on lap. Everyone's on out laps. Who's the furthest one? It's McLaren. Is that Phoenix? Yeah, Phoenix is the furthest out. Oh, actually, wait, is it Maple? Oh, it is Maple. Maple is the furthest out. He's opted to go into the mediums, and so is quite a few drivers now, so it looks like a majority, or wait, is it majority? There's 19 drivers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, there's 7, so just under the majority of people opted to go on the mediums. Mediums to hards, if you can get a good grid starting position, is kind of OP, because mediums are quicker lap 5, 6 onwards, and well, they put on hards at the end, so they don't lose much time at all. Maple with a clean first sector as of now, and definitely not a clean exit through there. That's going to cost him a bit of time, but he's still going to keep going. He might be able to set another lap on these same tires soon. Second sector split, we saw 48.9. He's a second slower than a Madropi set, so he's doing a 29.1 as of now, which would put him in a pretty respectable P6 position. To keep in mind, half the grid almost has it set allowed. Oh, that's going to be invalidated. Oh, that wasn't invalidated. All 4 wheels were off track, so FIA report. No, okay. Oh, he's gone into AI mode. The abandoning this lap. He's going out. I don't know, that was weird. AI took over there. But he comes across the final corner now. Looks like it's going to be a late 29, perhaps even 30. Stress line is 30.6, so that's not really, that's the last time Steven was, I'm pretty sure he abandoned, and then now he's going out straight after, so he's doing back-to-back laps. So meanwhile, we'll move back up to Phoenix, who's coming across the line to finish his lap, and he's going to improve on his time. He's doing a 20, oh, and he actually went slower. It looked visually that he was going to improve on his time, but he didn't. Dropey now, the next to the front runners to cross the line, and the only one of the front runners to cross the line to finish their lap, because everyone else behind is starting their lap or finishing it, and we got to the S. Or wait, that's not the S. Why? What the heck? Hello? Well, this is new. Now you know that they're not actually grabbing the rear wing. They're why am I here? I don't want to be here. Okay, DS coming across the line. doesn't improve. So both top two didn't improve by 2/10. But meanwhile, can we talk about trophy real quick? Why? How did I see trophy? That's gotta be that's first, because normally you can never see behind, but it looks like they actually have animations, which is cool. But enough of that. Moving on, Mark Nicky, there we go, setting a lap. And also I should add that it doesn't look like it's going to be raining in the race, because otherwise people would not be going on the mediums. And if it was raining halfway, Maple does a 28.7 on the mediums, which is a really good time, which puts him in 4th. So if it could stay like that, he would be in an extremely good position to win this race. Or even not even win this race, just to even have the better tires, etc. As Mark Nitti now is getting a cheeky tow from his teammate there, Futuristic. Good stuff from the Alfa Romeo boys. Let's hope that Mark does not throw this away now, as it goes rather deep through there, and seems to be fine on exit. Just visually looked a bit different. Braked very late there. That's going to cost him. As someone spun up ahead. Hello, that's Marston, who is on the out lap. Actually, no, he's on a hot lap, so definitely not going to be doing that. And Mark Nitti comes into the pits to presumably change their set. Let's see, who do we have here? Katie Hunter's on an out lap. Duplav, nope, he's coming in. R10, nope. Futuristic, yes, but there's Brokel in front. What was that? Definitely gonna be, yeah, okay, what's invalidation? I have no idea what that was all about. Brokel just gets in the way. He might be able to go out again, but not exactly too sure about that. Brokel is definitely gonna get reported for that, I'd imagine. That wasn't exactly a most optimal thing you can do in racing. I'm trying to see if I can find anyone who's on the lap. No one's on the lap. Encore's on the lap, and he's going to get a cheeky slipstream from his teammate as KK Hunter moves out the way now. And Encore continues. Actually interested to see if Fox would, or no, Futuristic will do anything to Brokel behind. Interesting, you know, there's a little bit of beef going on in between. We'll see some on-track beef. Anyways, Encore now. The Legend's actually retired from the session in P9, so he's not going to, or wait, no, he's just left the session, he hasn't retired. But he's not probably going to improve, not sure. Encore now comes across the final corner. Seems to be a pretty solid final corner, and tell you what, you might get a cheeky little slipstream down the start-finish straight. Don't know if he's going to be close enough for one. But he comes across the line, and he goes P4 with a 28.5. So Maple gets jumped and is demoted to 5th. I'm sure he wouldn't mind. 5th on the mediums is like 1st on the softs, honestly, around this track. R10 is facing the wrong way, and he's going back to the pits. I don't think that's the legal way of doing it, but we're not real life, so we don't care. Futuristic, or they might care, it might be in the rulebook, not sure. Time will tell, I guess. So we got Futuristic, hopefully that won't get held up on a lap, and we'll hopefully hope to set a lap. Brokel's behind, so no one's stopping him now. Oh, we're getting this again. Oh, okay. Well, we're seeing now the rear of what I believe is R10 or Phoenix. This is great. This is what I need. This is not what I want. There we go. Okay. So note to self: there's a random glitch now in qualifying where it just randomly goes to someone being pushed back into their pit box as okay, Futuristic slam on the brakes and Brokel gets by now. Could that be a bit of a retaliation? I don't know, but either or, I like it. Brokel was 8/10 down on his time, so it's not going to be an improvement. Even if there's a miraculous 3rd sector, I don't think he'll be able to improve. or he might have lost a crap ton of time in the third sector, and you know, like for example, he slammed on his brakes for one reason or another, but he comes across the line. Our final current, yeah, I don't think he's going to be improving. Let's hit 29s now. Tell you what, he might improve, and he does improve. So there was a lot of time to be found that last sector, so if he can go out again, which he is now, I'm sure he can find a lot more time. And perhaps they should, oh wait, he doesn't find a lot more time. Futuristic now in the pits. Fox going to start that Panic Boy facing the wrong way. Lovely. Someone else facing the wrong way, that's DS? Yeah, DS and Panic Boy off track, bit of dirt rallying going on, I presume. So we got people coming out. Everyone's out pretty much. DS isn't doing a lap. Nor is Dropey. Encore, no. Everyone is on that lap. The Brokel is the only one who is on the lap, and he's going very off track there to the point where the game could have maybe given him an invalidation had he been unlucky. R10 though isn't getting out the way, and I don't think he knows that Brokel is on the lap. And I think he might actually be racing him, not sure. But Brokel is almost out of fuel. And yeah, he's definitely, yeah, okay. Legend now, apparently that's it. So everyone's starting their laps now. I believe it's DS? Someone's round. I'm not exactly sure what the order is, but Marston comes across the line. He looks like to be improving. He goes up to P7. Good stuff from him. Maple, I believe, is it Dropey? It's Dropey, then Maple, then Phoenix, then DS. Oh wait, DS isn't setting the lap, so it looks like DS now will come under pressure here from these guys. So Dropey, Maple, Phoenix will be the order, and then Encore later on. Pretty sure they all want to manually. Wait, Phoenix comes across the line and came across the line too late. Okay, he came across it way too late, so it looks like it's just in between Dropey and Maple now, perhaps for pole position, as Maple goes on to the softs. As things stand now, it would be the smart decision to not finish your lap, because 5th on the softs would be incredible. So hoping he slams on the brakes for his sake, because right now no one's going to be improving behind. I don't think he knows that. Dropey now comes across the final sector split. Maple is quite close behind, so I don't know if he's aiming to finish the lap or if he's just doing a hot lap just to get to grips with the tires. But Dropey definitely isn't doing that, and he goes almost by for invalidation. As Dropey now through the final corners, only one more corner to negotiate. Can Dropey sneak himself onto pole? He only needs to find 6 tenths, actually 7 tenths, to sneak himself on pole. 9 tenths, or I don't know. He comes across the line and he goes pole with 27.7. And Maple beats that and goes with 27.7. So Maple is our pole sitter. What could have been P6 on the mediums is now P1 on the softs, so he's opted to stick on the same strategy as everyone else. So Maple starts on pole. That was unexpected. I didn't think he would finish that, but he did. So there you go, the two old teammates, 1 and 2, with Phoenix in 3rd, DS in 4th, and actually, ironically, I think the top 3. That's how last season's championship finished. Maple 1st, Dropey 2nd, Phoenix 3rd. So that's a nice nod, I guess you can say. Now we're waiting for R10 to come into the pits. And there you go. So we have Maple on pole, not too far behind. We have Dropey and Phoenix, top 3, a bit like in real life in Imola, where the gap was just underneath 800s. DS in 4th, Encore 5th, Mark Nicky in 6th, Jack 7th, Marson 8th, Hazy P9, K Counter P10, showing off the points. Hazy, the only person in the top 10 who managed to qualify in the mediums, so he'll be the person to watch. Brokel 11th, best of the rest. Legend P12, Fox 13th, Duplan 14th, the Honorable Gamer 15th, R10 16th, Futuristic 17th, Panic Away 18th, and then dead last, I have no idea who it is. We'll find out in a quick second. We'll find out sooner or later. Ooh, Gray Skies. So Tell you what, might be raining later on, who knows? Alright, here you go, Dragonfly is in last. So we'll put all the details. So everyone's, I mean, Legend's opted to go on the hard, so he's the only hard runner, so he's probably going to go hard softs, or hard to mediums. He's trying to be the odd one out here and try and take a gamble. We have 27 laps here of this French Grand Prix. So, could be rain, could not be. Only one way to know. And with skies as they are, I wouldn't put it past me that it might rain. As Maple comes across the final corner now. There we go. AI should be taking control now. And on to the formation lap. Always interesting formation laps. There we go, as Maple now lining up. We have 27 laps to negotiate here in today's French Grand Prix. We'll only have to see what the outcome could be. And will it finish like this, or will it not finish like this? To be or not to be, that is the question. But here we go, as we have everyone lined up on the grid. It is now time for the 5 lights, which I do not have 5 lights. But lights out, and away we go. And it looks like it's a good start from Maple, who's already led the field and has jumped Dropey here. We have 5 wide in the back there. That is a majestic image to see, but it doesn't look like any changes from the front. But it does look like there might be... Oh, around the outside goes Jack into turn 1. Someone's off there. That's a Mercedes, a Legend. Hasn't lost the position. He's kept 12th, but someone's around, and that's R10. Oh god, oh my god, I go on, someone's dead, someone's in the wall. That is Mark Nicky, sorry, who I believe was collided by Marcin, who Marcin himself dashes down the inside of Dragonfly, and nearly is a 180 as well. So that is all the hassle, I think, done. Futuristic, he's got a poor run, and is now going to be under threat from Duplav into turn, into chicane. Duplav, oh god, outbreaking Futuristic into the chicane, manages to do so, but Futuristic trying to hang around the outside, and does. Fox now might come under a bit of pressure here from Bandicoot. They might go too wide down the flat right-hander, as I noticed Fox has a bit of front wing damage, so he won't be able to go flat, but it will be relatively easy for him as well, as Phoenix has jumped Dropey down the straight, I would imagine. And Maple now already almost a second clear of Phoenix behind, so if he can keep up this pace, there's no doubt that he can try and run away with this, as now Dropey might actually come under pressure from Phoenix, as we have someone else at the back here. Trying to use techniques on the numpad to get to the back, and I can't click on the person. Oh god, and the move. Dropey and Phoenix going down into turn 1, and it looks like they make it happen, but a switchback for Phoenix trying to get the power down nice and early. Doesn't manage. He's using the overtake mode. He's going to go down the inside into the first chicane. That's a bit of a corner cut there, isn't it? That's definitely going to be a warning, but they go still side by side here. Oh, and a bit of contact there. That's definitely not going to help him out to overtake. And now the Williams of Encore is getting in a bit of action. Phoenix there had to pick a tight line, which isn't going to improve his straight line speed, his exit. But let's see. Will Dropey be brave? Will he be bold? He is bold. He goes down the inside into the chicane after the straight. Bit of a lockup. Lots of space given. Lots of respect given to them. Most majority there. And now, with the poorer exit, because he went on the curb, we might get a bit of a 3-wide move here. And it looks like down the back there. Oh, we do have almost 3 wide as he pushes him off and gets a poor run. There's so much actually going on. It's great racing from these two as he goes very wide there, Dropey. That's going to allow Encore to settle himself down the inside into the flat right-hander. Doesn't look like he could stick it, though. And that's it for Sector 3, you'd hope, as Jack also gets in front of DS down the straight, as we saw. But these three definitely having the fight of their lives, and that's allowed Maple to run away. Look at that, 3 seconds is the gap already to P2. He can already afford a penalty and still win this race. Incredible stuff. So Maple now hoping they fight more, but the more fighting they do, the less, well, it's not going to benefit these guys. But now with the aid of DRS, hopefully they can make their moves stick a bit easier, as Dropey gets a poor line, but Encore gets an even worse line, and he goes very wide. That's definitely not going to help his chances out to get in front, as we'll go on board with Dropey, as he's open to get in front of him this DRS straight, because he does seem to be quicker in Sectors 3, Sector 2. Sector 1 didn't seem to be too close to Phoenix, and tell you what, he might not even get him down the DRS straight. Phoenix might use he is using his overtake to try and make sure he doesn't get in front, but I don't think it's worth using it because he is nowhere close. Speaking of which, we might have a move here. Legend and Broco down to the chicane. Oh my god, is it in the mirrors? We saw the Inaudible Gamer absolutely almost ramming it into the back of Legend. Luckily, no damage done, no harm done. We'll go for the back. We also see some very close futuristic to Kanekoi, but nothing doing as yet, as Broco sends it down the inside. That's a very aggressive move, I guess you can say. He's desperate to get that done, and pushes him wide actually, and that makes Hazy loses another position to Legend, who Legend could say thank you very much, and gets in front. But it looks like Broco there went off track and pushed Hazy wide, so that might be reviewed by the stewards afterwards, I'd imagine, as Dropey is in the pits. Front wing change? Is there any front wing damage? He is changing for a front wing, isn't he? He is not. He's just going. Is he going for a 2-stop? He's probably going for a 2-stop. Softs, mediums. If he is, that could throw another dice into the equation, I guess. It's definitely not the expression, but I'm making my own. As Broco gets a 3-second time penalty for what I presume is going off track. Yeah, multiple warnings. And now he might come under pressure from Broco, Broco might come under pressure from Legend, because he is not within the DRS range of Kiki Hunter in front, and he still isn't. If anything, he's lost more time, so now Broco might have to say bye-bye to his P7 for the time being, as Broco is using his DRS. Yep, and he's trying to protect that, as Broco protects the outside line. Who's going to break later? It's definitely Broco who's going to break later. Goes off track, and that might allow Legend to get the nice switchback, but on the hards it's going to be difficult to out-traction someone who's on the mediums. And we have another side-by-side action there at the front. Kiki Hunter getting past Jack, we'd see on the leaderboards, and it looks like Jack does make he doesn't make the move done. They're still side-by-side, and tries to go around the outside. We check the mirrors, and he doesn't get the move done. He gets the move done temporarily, but then immediately loses it back. But Legend managing to get in front of Broco, and Broco now can only hope to stay close with him, which he does. He's on fresh mediums, so these two will be similar on pace. Phoenix managed to gain 2/10, or a 10th to 10th and a half, we'll say, to Maple since Dropey went into the pits. But I think Dropey now will be doing soft mediums, or soft mediums. Soft mediums seems like the smarter decision. But Broco was absolutely 0 ERS to defend with, or attack with. Well, he has 16%, but as soon as it gets under 10%, the amount of power you get won't be as great. So can only hope for the best for him, as and we have Brokel trying to steam up the backside of Legend, and he's not going to be close enough to do so, but someone who will be close enough, oh, maybe not, someone who was close enough on the minimap, but not in person, was Futuristic on Panakoi, and they live to fight another day. Let's see if we can spot anyone. Once again, Legend who has ERS, Jack's light is already flashing, and tell you what, he might be able to dart down the inside here, the flat right, or not flat right-hander, the long right-hander, and looks like he does, so he gets that move, a really nice move there from Legend. Nice clean move, went down the inside, knew what he was doing, and managed to execute that perfectly. Now it's just a matter of time before Brokel decides, okay, I need to get in front, as Jack lets him go by, or he goes into the pits. Yeah, Jack is going into the pits, so yeah, I guess he lets him go in front. So now everyone is going to change positions a bit. That could mean some interesting stuff here. We will wait to find out. That is by Gohor. As Legend now trying to pick off his moves hand over fist here. And he's not going to be close enough to get in front of KK Hunter down this straight, but he might be close enough to down here, because his rear light is flashing. And tell you what, around the outside through the long right-hander, he might be able to do it. KK Hunter tries to break later, but with the tire advantage, that's very risky there, going flat out there, putting a lot of trust in your opponent there, and he manages to get that done. But now Brokel once again has to try and get in front, as he goes completely off track to get in front. What are you doing, Brokel? And that's KK Hunter who goes into the pits, and yeah, that happens. So Brokel getting another time penalty because of that, I think. So odd, but aggressive. You'd like to see aggressiveness, but when it comes to pushing your man off the pitch, I don't think that's exactly what we want to be doing. But now Legend will come under a bit of pressure, I'd imagine, from I can't speak, from Brokel. And could lead to some interesting outcomes. As Trophy still okay. He's where is it? He's in 14th. I don't know what the gap is to leader. I'd say 25 seconds would be nice. He's 24, so he will jump them, but not by much. To go for the major undercut. There's only one way to find out if it's going to be good or not. And that's if he gets in front. Who would have known? Brokel chasing Legend. So is Notable Gamer chasing Hazy. And so is the Hazy chasing Brokel. So is Panakoi chasing Notable Gamer. So is Futuristic chasing Panakoi. So lots of moves here. But another move there. Jack gets the position conceded from KK Hunter. And we have the yellows. That's Marcin who has spun. And he finds himself without a overheated tires, and he spins again. So yeah, not exactly nice, but it is what it is. As Maple comes into the box comes into the pits, and goes on for the first set of hard tires. So we'll have to see. Will Dropey jump him? Dropey's coming across the start-finish straight now, and there's Dropey right there, and Dropey does not jump him. He's on much older tires now, and it's just a matter of being able to stick with them, as Marston's absolutely struggling on those overheated medium tires. That'll be interesting to see. Can Legends actually caught up to the leader, so as if nothing happened almost. It will be complicated for him to get in front, as DS is really struggling with these mediums. And his best bet would try not to be to lose as much time as possible to these guys. But Brokel now, we've seen, could be very aggressive. Is hoping to get in front of DS as quickly as possible. And looks like he might be able to pull off a move. Doesn't do so. Gets out traction by a soft runner. Maybe that was just a fluke. Only one way to find out though, particularly this. DS will come into the pits now. For oh god, he goes very wide there. For what I'd imagine would be a set of hards. So while the leaders go out, where's Maple? There's Maple. Phoenix has actually jumped him in the pits, but he went on medium, so Phoenix is also doing softs, mediums, or softs, mediums, softs. As DS now only changing his tires now, so he lost a buttload of time. He'll be like 10 seconds behind even. He's lost a lot of time, so I didn't know what the gap was when he came into the pits, but I didn't know it was this big. So DS 4, 2, 2, 2.5. Yeah, so 9, 10, yeah, he's like 10 seconds behind almost. So not ideal, but things are looking very close to Brokel. Brokel still doesn't manage to get in front of Legend, even with the benefit of DRS. But Legend tires, I would imagine, would be in a better state than what the medium runners are. Check with the 3-second time penalty to enter his name. Hopefully for him that doesn't hinder him. He's in the 15th, but with all the people in front boxing, I don't know how the gaps could change. But let's see. When do the medium runners box? Say mid 10 something ish. Maple isn't close to Phoenix as of now. Try and see if I could spot someone else, perhaps. Oh god, Brokel's very close, and so close to the fact where he goes around the outside into turn 1 and gets Legend, but Legend on the switchback will be able to get him, but Brokel's using his ERS to good effect and outbreaks Legend by quite some margin, but I do believe Legend braked a bit earlier. And now Legend will benefit from the DRS, so if he can just get a better run through here, which doesn't look like he has done, but no reason to fight it. He's still got a bit of time. He's on a different strategy, so if he fights this, he'll only be hindering himself more than anything. However, it would be nice to get in front. And that is always something you want to be doing, as Duplov gets in front, or gets overtaken by Phoenix. And now Maple hopes to do the exact same thing, as Duplov actually makes this difficult, brakes late, doesn't brake early. Now Maple has to chase after, but Maple has actually done a pretty good job sticking with Phoenix, considering he's on fresh mediums and he's on fresh hards. So good stuff from Maple. Brokel with another 3-second time penalty. I'm pretty sure he's on 9. He is on 9, so that's exactly ideal. But going back, we saw a move there. DS gets in front. Looking on the minimap, looks like that move is done and dusted. But Legend barely got the DRS on Brokel, so he's able to close back that gap and hopefully get him down the straight. But Brokel doesn't seem to be doing too bad, as we have Jack, who is spun at the back and rears his tires to a 180. Now he finds himself facing the right way, and hopefully he can get going as he gets overtaken into the pits. He goes, Legend gets himself a 3-second time penalty, and he also no DRS, so he he won't come under pressure, but Jack gets DNFs into the pits. So that just leaves Panakoi in the Red Bull to attack. So we've had no VSCs, no safety cars as of now, but I saw on the map Jopi there getting down the inside of Duplev into the chicane, and goes up to P7. Remember, he's on a completely different strategy, so only time will tell exactly how his strategy goes out. Maybe further down the grid, we have Hazy, who's relatively close, and someone who's actually relatively close. We have DS, who's relatively close to the back of R10. He won't be able to get in front, but he is able to get right up his rear as Hazy boxes. So he blinks first of the medium runners to what I would presume would be going on a set of hards towards the end. He is. And R10 now getting all sorts of trouble here from Maple. Oh, nice switchback there from Maple, and Maple now zooms past with the DRS. Looks like, oh, I thought R10 was fighting that with overtake, but even if he was, I wouldn't mind. Maple now 7. Wait. Oh god. Wait, I was looking at the wrong person. I was looking at DS. My bad. But DS gets a nice switchback. It wasn't Maple. It's just perfect mirrored because they're both, you know, McLaren and Racing Point. So hopefully that doesn't happen again. Jack leaves the session. Now on board Maple, who's 6/10 behind Phoenix, but Phoenix, I imagine, would still have to box, unless if he can manage to make these softs or mediums last to the end. Futuristic getting an easy move done on KK Hunter after the start finish straight. KK Hunter might fight this. It looks like he is fighting this. And will be able to get in front as R10 now gets in front. Drops behind the Inaudible Gamer. Panakoi goes into the pits. He blinks, the second person to blink in this French Grand Prix. We'll go further forward. No one's really close to each other. Actually, these three are. R10 goes into the pits as well. So that means R10 and Drakus Fly, who also goes into the pits. Panakoi as well. He comes out to the pits. Where is he? There he is. Hazy now. Oh, just about around the outside. Gets it done. And breaks late. And that's going to mean that Panakoi is going to be able to attack him. And this is going to be perfect for Panakoi. Because the less people, less traffic he has, the higher chance that he'll be able to overcut someone. But Hazy there, unfortunately not being able to undercut Panakoi, but Panakoi being able to overcut Hazy. I think that was the order, not sure. But with this pace, maybe Panakoi might be able to jump Broco as well. That is the aim. And if he can get in front of KK Hunter as soon as possible, that would be ideal. Because any holding up from these two would not mean too dearly for them. KK Hunter doesn't have that much ERS and won't fight this too hard. Won't fight this too much. There you go, English Justin. Panakoi now in front, hoping to chase down Broco, who's still out. So tell you what, he might go for the great strategy and go on to a set of softs. Nothing is stopping him from doing so. I wouldn't really count on it, because in order to make the softs work, you have to box lap 16, 17, or even 18, 19, and that doesn't seem too realistic to me. But anything is possible with these drivers. Never can tell. As Hazy now, as we see in the mirrors, gets in front into turn 1 of KK Hunter. Can now set his sights on trying to get back in front of Panakoi. He's outside the DRS of him. He's now just about inside the DRS, but it looks like Panakoi is losing a bit of time behind Futuristic, so this might not help him too much, but he's going to turn on his overtake mode as he has quite a bit, but so does Futuristic. Already put it down lean, I've noticed, on his steering wheel, and he's not hoping to get in front of him here, but he's hoping to get a nice switchback or something along those lines. Seems to be a nice entry speed. Oh god, a very twitchy rear there from Pandakoi, which is very close. As Broco is in the pits, so we'll have to see, did Pandakoi and Hazy jump them, or will the battling with Futuristic have hold them up here? Broco is already coming out of the pits now. It's been jumped by Broco, or Broco's been jumped by Maple, and doesn't look like Pandakoi managed to undercut him. If anything, they've lost a bit of time. Going further up, trying to see if we can spot anyone. No one's really close to one another. It's really just Pandakoi. It's the closest battle on track, and Hazy is also lurking. But now it would be nice that Pandakoi can get in front of Futuristic as soon as possible, because Futuristic is on the same strategy, just a bit older tires, so it'd be ideal to get in front. And does get in front at the flat-out right-hander, and Hazy might try and do the same, but he's not close enough to go back. Futuristic actually trying to get a switchback there on Pandakoi, doesn't get it done. And now he's very close behind. Getting held up quite immensely here. It's going very slow on the exit as Legend boxes and puts on a first set of mediums. Trophy also as well, as he almost manages Legend to overcut them, but the battling with these guys won't help them. So if he can get within the DRS at this straight, I tell you what, he might be in a good position. But someone else who is in a good position is Maple, as this is a battle for the lead here. I do remind you, Maple doesn't have to box again, but Phoenix does. I highly doubt he'll be able to make those mediums last until the end. So perhaps a wrong strategy call here for the McLaren boy, as he gets himself another 3-second time penalty. So he's now going to be struggling quite a bit. Only one way to find out though if this works or not. Phoenix looks like he will come out just about where the Inaudible Gamer Pandakoi Futuristic battle is, because it's about the gap to everyone right now. As Hazy gets overtaken by the Inaudible Gamer, or Legend. Legend trying to make these memes work a treat, because with this pace he might be able to get Encore for a P3 spot. But he does have a time penalty, I do remind you. And he tries to go down the inside. Futuristic gives him the space. Still gives him the space, and not much doing as Phoenix boxes, so he's going for our first set of mediums. He's chucked on, and Maple now with the big gap is down the inside. Legend tries to go, it's not really that much space, but he goes, and he fits as Broco sits in another fast lap. But now Legend chucking on the boost tanks, and hopefully he doesn't outbreak himself to the point where he hits Pandakoi. Almost looks like he could have. And Futuristic cuts the corner, tries to get the switch back, and looks like it's a good switch back. And Futuristic might be able to go down the inside here. Legend down in the right-hander. Oh, I thought he got another penalty, but he didn't. But just about, Legend is able to keep the position. And there you go. And Legend now on Pandakoi. This could be the battle. Ooh, both lock up, and looks like Legend an easy down the inside move here. and gets the move done, and sees himself into 6. So now he has the Honorable Gamer DS and Brokel in front. Going for the back. Let's see, can Phoenix get in front of Futuristic now? He tries to go down the inside, tries to get the switch back. Phoenix desperately trying to get in front, trying to make these memes work. Goes very wide there, oh god, tries to go around the outside, but with the fresh tires, that should be an easy move. And they might tap a bit of wheels there. Ooh, bit of contact there, the hand goes up. And Futuristic forced to concede the position. And now Phoenix might be able to get Pandakoi, as Pandakoi might lose 2 positions here in 2 laps. It's not exactly what he would want, but we'll have to see what he can do. He's very close to Pandakoi. Pandakoi using his overtake button, as he has much more of that, but he doesn't have that DRS drag reduction system, and he's going to be too far back. I'll tell you what, he doesn't care if he's too far back. He's going to outbrake himself and go around. What a move! He absolutely outbrakes himself, and that was stupendous. What that was. It looks like he was going to go very wide, but now, unfortunately, that move has been undone because Pandakoi, with the aid of ERS, has been able to get in front. So now he's hoping that. And he's trying to go down the inside. Pandakoi goes defensive, buys that cheeky move, but nothing to it. As starting lap 19, as Phoenix trying to go. Oh, they touched tires. They touched quite a bit there. That could be maybe a bit of front wing damage. As he goes down the inside, Pandakoi trying to hang around the outside. Manages to get the move done, but Pandakoi is going to be using his ERS. Phoenix doesn't have to use his ERS, but this is a battle of the century here. Pandakoi and Phoenix down to turn 1. Looks like Phoenix is able to stick it, and hopefully for now, for him, can stay in front for quite a bit. Would be interesting to see what these guys can do. As going forward, we have a switch for the podium position, the final podium position, as these two are getting neck and neck. And DS is very close to the back of. Can't speak of Encore. There we go. Who manages to get in front, but he's now in a position to perhaps jump him with aid of DRS. Lap 20 onwards now. We have a few more laps to go. Looks like Maple will comfortably win this race. He's 12 seconds in front, and even if Brokel does catch, he has to gap him by 13 seconds. There we go. Encore with the DRS, not with too much ERS, as DS is using his ERS. There's a lot of S's in my sentence. And doesn't go for it. If anything, he broke down the straight or lifted, either or. He didn't get in front, so that's unfortunate for him. Now Futuristic trying to get in front of Pandakoi. Remember, these two are for position. No one has to box anymore. Legend getting closer to the Honorable Gamer. Remember, the Honorable Gamer doesn't have to box. Is on older hards, sure, but doesn't have the time penalties. And these two have, let's see, 3 and 8. So Ace has stayed within 8 seconds of Phoenix, 2 seconds within to Legend. should be doable, but with the DRS straight, unfortunately, there's not much defending he can do other than see him go by or force him to the inside. Well, you have the inside. Anything can happen. Gamer uses his ERS to try and stay in front, and Legend uses his ERS to try and get in front. And to the inside, Legend goes with fresher tires. It looks like it's an easy move, really, and nothing he can do too much, and that's going to allow Phoenix to try and get the move done. That's going to be the Alma Gamer losing 2 positions in the space of 2 corners. That's definitely another warning for Phoenix as he brutes that corner down the inside there. Now Legend might get gobbled up by Phoenix, who Phoenix does get a good run, and Legend doesn't have that much ERS to play with, so it's really just, Phoenix is using his ERS to get in front. This is his chance to get in front to the inside. He defends, but Phoenix tries to go around the outside, and it looks like it's a repeat on what he did on Panicoy, this time a bit more tricky with the fresher tires that Legend has. So good stuff there from Phoenix to get himself in front as we have a battle here. Hazy and Dropey as Hazy turns off the extra boost to let Dropey go by, and we have yellows. That's Mark Nicky, sorry, that has spun at the back. I'll just call him Mark. And Dropey with a bit of a back end loss. Hazy all over the back now. Starting lap 22. 6 laps to go, just over 5 to go. So. Futuristic still trying to get in front of Panicoy. Not able to do so, but might be able to eventually. On the straight, it looks like he is the closest that he's ever been so far. So I'd say this is probably the best opportunity that he will get in a little while. Or has done in a little while. And Futuristic now to the inside he goes. Will he be able to get the move done? They're still side by side. Oh my god, a bit almost rear tap in there. Could have ended Futuristic's race in a second there. I'm sure he'll be breathing a sigh of relief. As Pentacle uses his extra juice, I could tell, to stay in front. However, Futuristic might have some other as Tropey as well looks to the inside of Futuristic, and Futuristic is forced to give up that position. Tropey just down the inside can't really do much, but remember, Futuristic has more ERS than these two combined, I'd say. Yeah, just about almost combined. So all he has to do, oh god, Futuristic goes into the pits. Why is he going into the pits? Could have stayed out. He's on 13 lap old hearts. He could have made it to the end. Going on softs, isn't he? Oh, that's so. I don't know if on Futuristic he could have. Okay. Not okay. We'll stay now with Dropey now. Panicoy should lose the position to Maple, I'd imagine, just after this corner. Just down the DRS straights because really there's not that much defending he can do. Futuristic with no time penalties though, so if people in front get a bunch of penalties, might be able to get something, who knows, as Panicoy is using all of his ERS to try and stay in front. Really right now it's even to the amount of ERS he used. Tell you what, that might have cost him a bit. As to the inside, and Dropey spins! Dropey that was way too late, and now he loses the position to, that might be a 10-second time penalty. If the game is harsh enough, he can get a 10-second time penalty. Doesn't get any penalties, but now finds himself in 10th at the very back. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to call that one a racing incident because went to the inside. Panicoy gave him space, but I feel like Dropey just drove into the side of him. But either or, I felt like it would have been 8th anyway. So instead of the 1 point, could have gone 4, but it is what it is. Fortunately, that's how it is in racing. experienced to me many times. Trust me, get over it. Mogul was another 3-second time penalty, so yeah, the podium positions definitely ain't staying that way. I refuse to believe that, as Trophy goes into the pits and retires. Right? Does he retire? Don't know. And does retire, but Phoenix down the inside of Encore. Encore tries to hang around the outside, doesn't do anything, and doesn't get the move done. But Trophy, who was the leader of the championship, found himself in P10 and retires from the race. So instead of getting 1 point, he would rather get 0. So if he loses the championship to the end by 1 point, he's definitely going to regret that. So don't know why he would retire, but it is what it is, I guess. Now we have a move. We have a few. I take it the podium places will change. I think it's going to be DS and P2, and then Encore P3, I'd imagine. With the amount of penalties these two have, I think Encore is close enough. Legend might find himself in P4. Not sure what the penalty situation is like, but we'll find out as time goes on. But Maple starting lap 25, meaning there are only 3 laps left. Three laps to go. Anything can happen. As around the outside, an easy move there from DS, and finds himself on the podium positions. Now, how many penalties? He has 11 seconds worth of penalties, so he needs to get in front by 11 seconds somehow. I think it's impossible, but it's gonna be hard. There's already a second clear in front now, so who knows? But these two are oh god, Legends are here now. Encore and DS, remember, they are fighting for the final, or for the 2 podium positions. So it looks like DS and Encore is going to be the podium finishes as Legend gets 2 moves there down the straight and gets the move done. How many penalties does he have? If he can gap these 2 behind by 3 seconds, he will be the new P2 leader, and DS and Encore now are fighting for the final podium positions. So but remember, he has to gap the 2 behind by 3 seconds if he wants to get on the podium, but it doesn't look like DS are letting it off. Remember, 16-lap-old hards versus 9-lap-old mediums would be pretty similar on pace, I would imagine. I don't know that though, so see what the drivers can do. It's lap 26, the second to last lap here of the Grand Prix. It's DS staying with Legend. That's exactly what he needs in order to get P2 in this race, and Encore needs to stay with DS in order to get P3. He stays in the DRS, and now it's just a matter of keeping a cool head and staying in his DRS for an extra lap or 2. As Futuristic has actually done quite well. He's caught up to points, so you know, might be able to sneak in a cheeky fastest lap as well. I don't know if he's already got that, has he? Fastest lap he has. So if he can get, he has more penalties than King Hunter, so he needs to get in front, give him by 3 seconds if he wants to, what am I doing? There you go, if he wants to, stay in front. But, Maple now starting the final lap of the French Grand Prix. DS managed, oh god, Encore is absolutely gone, he's off the track. So if he doesn't stay within 3 seconds of these guys, then that could mean that, yeah, he's outside 3 seconds, so that means that Legend will claim the P3 spot as of now. So Encore needs to get a move on and try and catch up, but he's losing time. Oh, he has a puncture! There's a puncture. Encore is a puncture. Oh no! On the last lap of the race as well. Oh, 19 lap old. Oh Christ, that is not good at all. That's not what we want to see. Encore, looking for a P3, is now find himself tumbling down. But speaking of 19 lap old hearts, we also have Maple, who also has 19 lap old hearts. So could we see a potential puncture for him as well? His front left's getting very warm there. If we do, oh my god, this would be a very epic end to the race. But it doesn't look like it, and it looks like Futuristic will be able to get his top 10, and he gets in front of KK Hunter as well. So looks like it's good, a recovery drive from Futuristic. Anyways, Maple comes across the final couple of corners. What should have been his race win in wait, does he have a puncture? It doesn't. What should have been his race win here in round 1 in Silverstone was taken away, unfortunately, by Phoenix, who took him out. But he drove a clean race to come across the line in P1. Maple wins your French Grand Prix. You're probably representing us French very well here. As Broco finishes P2 on track, so does Phoenix, but they're going to tumble down to what I believe. Oh god, Phoenix by 1 millisecond gets in front as DS goes on to the second spot. So it's a racing point 1-2 for them, I guess. But Legend with a good drive, very good drive. He started quite far back, right? Position change. Yeah, he started 9 positions back, and the Inaudible Gamer in 4th, starting outside the point. Awesome drive from the Inaudible Gamer. It was a very clean race, but he kept it clean and found himself in P4. Good stuff. Phoenix P5, Broco P6, Pinnacle P7, also great job from him. Hazy P8, Encore P9, unfortunately for him. KK on himself in P10, and Futuristic by 3 milliseconds loses out on points. He could have got 2 points, but now he has 0. So heartbreaking stuff for the Alfa Romeo boy. Fox in P12, Duplat P13, Mark Nikki in P14, R10, P15, and Track is Fly to round off your grid. So that was a very good race, especially towards the end. Poor Encore getting the damage, getting the puncture, getting the punctura. Not good stuff at all. I'm not saying it's his fault, but it's definitely going to be hard to keep in knowing what could have been. Alright, there we go. That is your French Grand Prix. Maple P1 gets his long-awaited race victory finally in the 6th round. DS to round off the top 2. 1-2 for Racing Point. Good stuff from Racing Point Boys. Legend P3. Good recovery drive from 12th to finish on the podium. Also, the Inaudible Gamer 15th to finish 4th. Great stuff from him. Phoenix P5. Broco P6. Panic P7. Hazy P8. Broco P9, King on to P10, Futuristic P11. Unfortunately, didn't manage to get the points by 3 milliseconds. He lost out. Vox P12, Duplat P13, Mark Nikki P14, R10, P15, and Dracus Fly to round off the finishing places. Then Dropey, Jack, and Marcin all DNF'd. So that is your French Grand Prix, and I'll see you guys next week.